What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Are you into super sport motorcycles, interested in improving your skills, or looking for a place where to start? I think you're at the right place, but first let me tell you something about me and my background in riding. I've been riding motorcycles on the streets for years before transitioning to the racetrack. What triggered me to look at the riding from different perspective is that I rode the Taylor Dragon for many times, and that experience changed my point of view and my perspective in a motorsport world. What is actually the Taylor Dragon? The Taylor Dragon, it's a really technical public road, 11 miles long, 318 curves. Super fun, super dangerous. It's located in the mountains between North Carolina and Tennessee. It's a part of the Route 129, and the locals call it Killboy, and I think you guys can guess why. It's super dangerous. I had a great time on it. I learned a lot. I also crashed once. It wasn't that bad, thanks God. There's a one fun fact about the Teledragon. There's a tree of shame, and if you crash, you can hang parts of your crashed motorcycle on it, which is pretty fun, I think. As I already mentioned, it's one of the most dangerous public roads, and that is what actually makes it so exciting and so much fun. Enthusiasts from all around the world come to ride on it and visit it. And if you're planning to go and do it, I highly recommended you to be fully geared up. A lot of accidents happened out there. Maybe it's not your fault, then better be safe than sorry. I'll also make a full video, give you tips that will make your trip easier and more exciting. At one point, I did a little bit research. How far am I from the closest racetrack? And it turns out I'm like 45 minutes away. I also did a little bit of research how to get ready for it, if it's gonna be fun, and like a year later, I can clearly say there is nothing better and more fun to do with a motorcycle than a racetrack. What actually made me stay out of the public roads? Riding public roads takes a lot of focus out on the important things in riding, actually. I can name a couple of them that distract you from focusing on the right things. You're always, wondering about the cops, bad traffic, if somebody gonna cut in front of you, the road conditions, and many more things that will slow your progress because you are focusing on everything else but on what you're supposed to. On the other hand, if you're running on the racetrack, all of that focus is pointed at you getting better at riding. It's actually safer, believe it or not, for those who wants to learn to ride a bike right way and be faster. When I say faster, I don't mean to be fast in a straight line, because that's not actually rider's capabilities, that's a motorcycle capability. And yeah, when I finally did my first track day, I completely fall in love with it, with that experience. It was a lot of fun, and I was like, yeah, this is something that I always wanted to do. So as soon as I started improving my skills and as I was getting better, I started having more fun on the racetrack. And if you're thinking about transitioning to the racetrack, or at least try to do it, I highly recommend it. Trust me, you won't regret it, and it's gonna be the best day of your life. Am I gonna stop riding on the street? Definitely not, but ever since I started doing track day, I don't go as wild on the street as I was before, just because, all that need for a fast riding and all of that adrenaline I spend on racetrack, and my feeling doesn't push me so hard to do it on the street. Well, and the last season was a huge success for me. At my third track day, I got bumped up into intermediate riding group. My experience from the street, of course, helped a lot, thanks God, and I was bumped up pretty fast. What does intermediate group means? Organizations that provide a racetrack time, they have to make sure that everybody is safe, having fun, and they're riding at their right skill level. There are three major riding skill levels at the racetrack day. First of them, it's a novice. Novice group is for those who just start doing track days. It is also divided in a couple of smaller groups because there are people who just got into the racetrack time, and there are people who are already learned fundamentals and ready to go to the next level. And next level, it's actually intermediate riding group. You will be bumped up into intermediate riding group once instructors make sure that you are consistent, predictable, your body position is on the point, you can safely pass other riders, and at that moment you will pick up some speed that is fast enough to go to the next level. So yeah, then you will be welcome to the intermediate riding group. Also, when you got into intermediate group, you have opportunity to do the racing classes and you can get your racing permit. And last group in a truck day, it's advanced riding group. To be honest, I don't know a lot about the advanced riding group, except that these guys are pretty fast and they're on the racing skill levels. And hopefully I'll get there before the end of this season. In each of these group, there are instructors that will help you make your progress faster, that will give you advices, and they're also there to keep everybody safe, and to make sure that everybody having fun and cause less trouble as possible. Yeah, so here on this channel we are gonna talk about improving skills, explaining different riding techniques that we use on the racetrack, and talk about important things as we progress in this sport. I think it's gonna be hell of a ride. I'll make videos from the racetrack, and I'll also make videos from the street riding. I'm also on the market right now getting motorcycle that I'll turn into race bike, which is gonna be fun. So if you're in a motorcycles, truck riding, or just riding in general on the street, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.